What classes should I take?
Should I switch to credit, non-credit?
How do I get started in research?
I'm struggling in this class. What should I do? Give me feedback on my interest and application?
Study abroad into my schedule.
Can you give me feedback on my study abroad essay?
Should I withdraw from this class? How should I prep for this job interview?
Into a summer internship?
How do I declare
What
my
fellowships
major?
are there?
How do I choose a major?
Double major.
Hello, I'm Carrie Costanza-Kapoor and I'm an academic director.
Well, hello, I'm Christine Black. I'm one of the academic directors here.
My name is Austin Lee. I'm the Director of Academic Services for Student Athletes.
So my name is Melissa Stevenson. I'm the Academic Director for FLOMO, WECMA, and Lomita Rowe.
My name is Solomon Hughes and I'm one of the 5 Athletic Academic Resource Center Academic Advisors.
So I'm Dio Mitchell. Call me Dio. It doesn't look like Dio. It looks a bit different, but you should go ahead and call me Dio. I am the academic director for Robley and for Frosico. That's where my freshmen live.
I came originally as a postdoctoral fellow in the biology department from the University of Chicago, where I did my PhD in molecular genetics and cell biology.
I was a former student athlete. I played football here and graduated in 2001.
I was a history professor before I switched to advising full-time. Advising it has all the best parts of teaching, but without the grading, so I find it a lot more fun.
What are academic directors and AARC advisors?
What is an academic director? Well, an academic director is an academic advisor that's specifically located in the dorms. The idea is that we're here physically where you are, when you are, in order to help you figure out how to navigate around campus.
An AARC advisor is essentially the same function as an academic director in residence for the incoming freshmen, but our student population is primarily student athletes.
We're here to help you figure out course selection, talk about what you want to major in, kind of partner with you as you journey through your 4 years here at Stanford. But we're also paying particular attention to the NCAA eligibility rules
and some of the challenges that are unique to student athletes here at Stanford.
In my experience, at least, an academic director is the person that people come to when they have a question. Somebody who can either answer your question themselves or help you find the right person to answer it.
So your standard kinds of questions, especially for first quarter freshmen, is, what course should I take? Or, I think I want to do this thing. What's the pathway to get there?
If you are not sure how to approach that intimidating professor and start talking about getting started with research, then I'm a great person to come and talk to.
Questions about academic planning, major selection, graduation requirements, those NCAA eligibility requirements, those sort of things.
One of the most important things, I think, is helping students figure out which questions they should be asking, which questions are actually already answered on the web, and which questions they then need to take to someone else to get answered in person.
Because I don't have any freshmen of my own, the questions that tend to come my way are questions about petitions. Especially I enjoy working on students around questions about getting involved in research, since that's been kind of my pet for a long time. And questions around sort of maximizing your Stanford experience.
I think the best meetings are when students come in for one particular question, and that just leads to a long conversation that unfolds about what high school student went to and the different kinds of sports interests we have in common and the different books we've read that we have in common.
Conversations they range from anything from, I've had conversations with students about their hobbies, I've had conversations with students about what they're going to do over the summer, as well as students who want to hear more about like what I do and how I got started on my path.
One last thing, anytime you run against the rules, requirements, petitioning for exceptions, taking more than 20 units, that type of stuff, I'm the person you talk to.
How is the advising system at Stanford set up?
Right. So here's something you're going to hear from, I'm guessing, every single advisor.
We really strongly believe in the idea of the multiple mentor model.
First principle is this multiple mentor model.
So we ascribe wholeheartedly to the multiple mentor model.
So the multiple mentor system, that means all of you students coming in will have, from the get-go, at least 2, maybe 3, in some strange cases, 4 advisors.
You'll have somebody like me, somebody who's an academic director who's associated with the place that you live. You'll also have somebody who is a pre-major advisor, and that's somebody from the university community, a professor, a member of the academic staff, who's really plugged into the university.
We try to match you with someone who you'll have a more instant rapport. Now, one of the things that you might want to do during NSO is figure out what about you and that pre-major advisor made the match. There's always a reason for it. We spend several days locked in a room trying to match.
The other aspect that we don't want to forget, both the academic directors and the athletic advisors, we all work for Undergraduate Advising and Research, which is based in Sweet Hall. And in Sweet Hall, we also have a set of advisors that specialize in research and in pre-professional advising, pre-med, pre-law.
We also encourage students to talk to professors that they're working with in their courses. They're teaching fellows in the Power class or the Thinking Matters classes, and to talk to as many faculty members or adults on campus as they can to get as many perspectives as they can.
So how do I get in contact with you?
The incoming freshman student athletes will get an email from their sports academic advisor here in the AARC, and that'll happen here in August, so they can start reaching out to us directly before new student orientation.
We're here from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and students can either email us to set up appointments or call our office lines.
You can come to see me in the office at any time. You can also grab me during lunch.
You do not need an appointment to come see me. If I am busy, then an appointment lets you jump the line.
It can be just a single time coming in to see me to take care of some sort of petition, or it can be a more extended interaction as you go through some sort of experience where you'd like some more support.
And I send out a weekly newsletter every Monday. All the academic directors send out a newsletter to our advisees. And in that newsletter, I'll have highlights of important academic activities taking place around campus that week, any deadlines that are coming up for registration or fellowship or grant deadlines. So pertinent information will be in that email, and then I always invite students to respond to that email with any questions they have or to ask me to set up an appointment.
There are a lot of resources here at Stanford, and the thing is, the system is designed to expect you to use those resources. So professors will push you. They're going to hold you to a high standard because they know that you can go to office hours, you can go to tutors, you can go to the writing center, you can come talk to your AD. And it's a different, I think, it's a different conception of responsibility. So you may feel that, responsibility meant that you did everything on your own. Here, responsibility means that you take responsibility for talking to the people who can help you and for getting the aid that you need. It doesn't mean that you do everything by yourself.
Got any more advice?
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Because right now you don't know what you don't know yet.
And if at some point during the quarter you find yourself lost and confused, know that you are exactly where you should be.
When you come from high school, you may have a sense of what disciplines are out there, history, math, English, but when you come to Stanford, you'll find that the landscape is enormous with 60 different departments and potential majors. There's so much to learn and so many potential paths to consider.
And our job is to help you make sure that you at least are aware of them so that you don't leave here feeling like you missed out.
Prepare to be surprised by Stanford, prepare to be surprised by your peers, prepare to be surprised by your faculty, but most of all, prepare to be surprised by yourself.
On Monday, August 13th, you will receive an email from your academic advisor. For more information, visit frost.stanford.edu and click on Freshman Advising.
Incoming freshmen, ask lots of questions.